If a sudden chill ever seizes your heart, a primal urge you can't dismiss, a beacon flaring in the dark, heed it. The last time that feeling struck me, it unraveled the fabric of my marriage. That night reshaped my entire existence. Let me walk you through the moments that shattered my reality. It started with a soft, desperate request, words I can still taste on my tongue. Please stay in tonight, I implored her. Her face twisted into a mocking smirk, as if my words were a fanciful story too absurd to entertain. Relax, she said, waving away my concern. You're blowing this out of proportion as always. She was already halfway out the door, the impatient honk of her friend's car echoing outside, her perfume's faint trail lingering in the air. But that night, her reassurances didn't soothe me. For the first time, a relentless ache gnawed at my core, whispering that this was the moment everything would change, whether I was ready or not. The hours crawled by, each one heavier than the last. I tried to stifle the dread, flipping through channels, scrolling mindlessly on my phone, anything to keep my thoughts from spiraling into chaos. Midnight arrived. No word from her. 1 o'clock. 2. I sent a brief text. You okay? Silence was the only reply. The anxiety solidified, a weight pressing against my ribs. My mind drifted to the past few months. The late nights, the evasive explanations, the secretive texts she'd smile at but never share. The moments she'd come home carrying the scent of someone else's cologne or laughing at jokes I wasn't part of. I'd asked questions, tentatively at first, then with growing urgency, but she always sidestepped. I need space, she'd say. You're suffocating me. All I wanted was to hold on to something I could feel slipping away. In the stillness of that night, it hit me. I'd become a ghost in my own life. I was the man left waiting while his wife lived a separate existence. Somewhere between our wedding vows and that moment, I'd gone from her partner to a placeholder, someone she returned to when her adventures fizzled out. By 3 in the morning, something within me snapped. I stood, walked to our shared wardrobe, and began collecting her things. Not in anger, but with a cold, unwavering resolve. Her dresses, her shoes, her favorite scarves, her jewelry. I stacked them neatly by the door. I moved with purpose, unhurried, finally listening to the alarm my instincts had been sounding for months. At 4 in the morning, the door creaked open. She stumbled in, heels swinging from her hand, laughter bubbling from her lips, her makeup smudged, her hair a wild tangle from the night's escapades. She stopped dead when she saw her life packed into boxes and bags. Her smile vanished. What's going on? She asked, her voice frail, almost lost in the quiet. I looked into her eyes and said, Don't come back here. Not tonight. Not ever. A strange calm enveloped me, almost numbing. She tried to argue, her words slurring, but I cut her off. I told her I was finished with waiting, with pretending, with being invisible. She spent the next hour begging, offering promises I'd heard too often, but I was beyond that point. I told her to call a friend, get a cab, do anything, but she wasn't staying. That morning I changed the locks. Sleep eluded me. I watched the sunrise, feeling as if I'd finally awakened from a months-long nightmare. The next day I filed for divorce. When the court asked what I wanted, I said she could have whatever they thought was fair, the house, the car, half my savings. None of it held value anymore. All I craved was my life back, free from the agony of wondering if she'd come home or who she was with when she didn't. At first, the solitude felt like plummeting. The apartment was too quiet, too empty. I'd walk past her closet, the ghost of her laughter still echoing in the walls. But slowly, something shifted. The silence became peaceful. I started sleeping through the night. I rediscovered passions I'd abandoned long ago, reconnected with friends I hadn't seen in years. I took long walks, immersed myself in books, even cooked meals just for myself. Months later, I ran into a friend who'd seen her at a bar with someone new. He offered to tell me about her new life, but I just shook my head and chuckled. In that instant, I realized I didn't care. For the first time, I was free from the invisible chains I'd let her wrap around me. Looking back, I wish I'd trusted that gut feeling sooner. I wish I'd understood that sometimes the scariest step, letting go, is the one that liberates you. That night when I begged her to stay, I was really pleading with myself. Stop enduring this pain. Stop pretending everything's okay. Stop losing yourself for someone who's already left. So if you ever feel that cold knot in your gut, don't ignore it. Don't wait for disaster to set you free. Sometimes the bravest thing you can do is listen to that warning and walk away. Because the night you do might just be the first night of the life you were always meant to live.